I created my version of a move, copy, rotate tool. It's good for proliferating a selection set through a population of rotated blocks or locations. I gave it an alias of CCCC for productivity. I'll show you quickly how it works for generic drafting, and then I'll show you how I would apply it to subdivision grading. Since I don't have it auto-loaded in my system, I'll just drag it into my drawing from Windows Explorer. And then I'll type CCCC to start the tool, the command, and it tells me to select source objects. So I select these 4 objects that I want to copy around to all these blocks. Then it tells me to specify a base point, and oh gee, I got a problem, so I'm going to escape because I don't know what base point to use. Well, I pick my block and I see that its insertion point is right there, and it's rotated with 0 rotation. So let's try invoking this command again. CCCC, select the objects I want to proliferate. Select the base point. Well, I'll say the insertion point of this block. The base rotation is 0, so I'll pick over there. Select the destination point. Well, let's try it that way. Pick a destination point, pick a rotation. Pick a destination point, pick a rotation. Pick a destination point, pick a rotation. But I really want to put them on these blocks, so I'm going to say S selection set, pick the objects, and it's all these blocks. Hit return, and it's a little slow because it just uses simple AutoCAD commands, and it copies everything onto those blocks. And that's all there is to it in the generic case. Let's talk about how to use it for grading or automating the grading of a subdivision. Well, let's say that this street drains in this direction. It drains south. And so these, if I kind of use these diagonal lines as a visual representation of which direction the lot drains, I'm going to want a certain objects on this side of the street, which these look right, but on this side of the street, I'm going to want something that goes in the other direction. So what I'm going to do is undo, start from the beginning, and we're going to copy one version to these 5 lots, and then a version that drains left to these other lots. I've undone all the work I just showed, and now we'll use CCCC again. I'll pick these 4 objects, and this time I'll only copy them to the lots that really do drain to the right. Base point, insertion point of that block. Base rotation, 0. Destination point or selection set. Well, I want to do a selection set, and I'm going to select these lots that drain to the right. Now, it wants me to do more, so I'll hit return. I'm still in the command. Now I'm going to move these diagonal lines so that these ones that drain to the left are there, just for the sake of demonstration. This is not a strategy for subdivision grading. And then we'll run it again. CCCC, pick these 4 objects, which really are just whimsical objects. They don't mean anything with respect to a strategy for subdivision grading. Base point and base rotation. Now, selection set. Select objects, and it copies the leftward draining, and you can use your imagination. Now let's talk about exactly how we're going to use this to automate the grading for a subdivision. Let's go over here. We worked really hard to figure out the rules for grading this 240 lot residential development. We've figured out exactly how the developer and we want the backyard to drain and the side yards to drain, and we've added labels, all the labels that we want to see on our grading plan for a lot that drains to the left and a lot that drains to the right. And it looks like we had small lots and big lots, which I'm just going to ignore at the moment, and we'll just pretend everything's big. Now, we have a lot layout for this subdivision on which every lot has a house placed. These are all at elevation 0, but they're placed on every single lot in the actual way that we want the lot to be placed. So it's a simple matter for us to take and run CCCC, Haws-MoCoRo, with the alias of CCCC. We're going to say, I'll take the rightward drainers, the feature line and all its labels. Its base point is here. Its base rotation is 0. And now I'll take a selection set and I'll say, well, gee, what drains rightward? Well, these, let's say the whole thing is draining to the southeast corner. So these drain rightward. Let's say that these drain rightward. Let's do a fence. Let's say that these drain rightward. Oh, no. That's going to be a high point, right? Let's say that these drain rightward. Is this correct? Right? Yes, this is correct. This goes to the right. And then I suppose let's go into fence mode again. These are going to drain rightward. Got to think a little bit. Fence. And let's say that's a high point too. It might not be totally correct. Oh, wait. I did bad. So I'm going to remove fence. I picked the wrong row. And let's do add fence. And let's say these guys drain rightward. And, you know, let's say those go left. These drain rightward. Okay, we're still in add mode. So let's say you guys drain to the right. Okay. And if I hit return, I should get feature lines on all those lots. And again, it's a little bit slow because it just uses AutoCAD commands instead of good Lisp. But that makes the move, copy, rotate very easy. And so now we have feature lines and spot elevation labels for all our lots, and we can do the same thing for the ones that drain left. And then all we need to do is have an automated tool to go down the street once we've graded our streets, I guess with corridors, and we can pick the lot curb elevation, then the pad object, then the next curb elevation, then a pad object, curb elevation, pad object, and it can go down and we can use our artificial intelligence. It can tell us, wait, this street is too steep, you know, it can't follow your rules, and these pads can all be elevated quickly by pick, 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 pick. That's pie in the sky. But that's our automated tool that we'll use to grade the subdivision. And then we'll have another third automated tool where we can pick pads once they've been elevated, and we can make simple AI decisions of how to set the backyard elevations. That's it for this video. I don't know if I'll create the video for the other two tools or not. Let me know if I need to do that or what you think, or if you want to commission me to do that.